So you ask them in January, how is that preparation going on? Oh, it's still in May. It's still in May. I'm kind of, taking it slow. I'm walking a quarter mile a day. Just really? And you're preparing for a marathon? Yeah, but it's all the way in May. Now you ask them in February, how's that, preparation coming on? Oh, no, I'm working. I'm still keeping my, walking every morning. I walk for about 20 minutes, around my neighborhood. And when it's too cold outside, I walk around my living room, Really, yeah. But it's all the way in May. Wow. And in March rolls around. How's that preparation coming along? It's nice out there now, so I kind of take a brisk walk for about 30 minutes, just down my block and back. Really, yeah, it's all the way in May. And then April comes along. So how is it coming along? Yeah, I think I really get serious at the end of April, the last week in May. Yeah, and when you said this race is on the 4th of May? Oh, really? And by the time May comes around, they may need to postpone that marathon, that dream of running a marathon another year. Why? Because they didn't press in during the time of preparation. And many people in the fulfillment of their purpose, they keep postponing things. Why? Because they don't press in, even though it's just preparation. Because the preparation is just as important as the actual thing. The preparation is part of the actual thing. So when the Bible talks about running the race set before you with patience, it doesn't mean every season of your life will be busy, busy, busy. You are on the roller coaster ride all the time. It doesn't. There are times, there are seasons when you just need to be in preparation. But there needs to be a press about it. There needs to be an excellent approach to it. There needs to be an attitude of, I have to put in my best. I have to put my best into it. Because your purpose has to be fulfilled in excellence. A purpose that will really be fulfilled needs to be done with an attitude of excellence. An attitude of, I have to get this done according to God's standard. I have to get this done according to a standard that's acceptable to God. I have to use everything God has put in me to get this done. Amen. Some people have an attitude that if it's not here, not here. Amen. We know better here. That if it's church, anything will do. If it's God, anything will do. Someone say, oh, it's good enough for gospel. No. We have to make sure it's excellent enough for God. Now, the only way to know you are doing the best you can is to put in the best that you can. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 9 to 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 9 to 10. It says, for I am the least of the apostles, that I'm not meet to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. He says, but by the grace of God I am what I am, and his grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain. But I labored. Someone say, I labor. Someone say, labored. Labored means work, right? Yes, it means work. But I labored more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me. I like this very much. Verse 9. I was reading verse 9, something came up to me, something I'd been thinking about during the week and reading upon. He said that I'm the least of all apostles. In other words, I didn't come with all the giftings. Yeah. Sometimes we have a feeling that the only people that can excel at anything are the people that come with all the giftings. The most gifted person is the most qualified person. The person who can do it all is the most qualified person. No, he said here I was the least. It's better to be less gifted, but to have the attitude or have to labor, than to be so gifted that you think that I don't have to do much. Amen? Somebody who may be less gifted may end up being more qualified. Why? Because they come with that attitude that I may be the least out of this group, but I'm willing to labor more. He said, I came in as the least of the apostles. The rest, they had gone before me. They even hung out with Christ. They had all this advantage. But I recognized there was grace on me, and then I labored more abundantly. I put in my best. Do you think it was, doing stuff and then looking, comparing? Oh, how is Peter doing? How is James doing? Okay, better put in some more so that I can prove I'm better than him. No. How did he know he labored more? Because he put in his best. He put in everything on him. He put in everything he took. Yeah, even though I came in less qualified and less, quote and unquote, less gifted, I labored more. And that brought me to a place of prominence. Now, when we talk about the New Testament, we talk about Apostle Paul, and then we talk about the other apostles. Why? It tells us his secret here. I labor. Why? I labor to show myself excellent. You see, excellent is not, as you see here, excellent is not necessarily being overly, gifted or having all these qualifications and abilities. Excellence is an attitude. Excellence is a mindset. In order to be excellent, there needs to be a mindset of excellence. And that's where I'm going this morning, conditioning your mind for excellence. Now, the word conditioning. Let's go and look at the meaning of that word. We probably have an idea of what it means already. But now, before I go there, your life goes in the direction of the conditioning of your mind. That's why the Bible puts a big emphasis on your thoughts. But let's go and look at the meaning of the word conditioning. The conditioning means the process of training to become physically fit by a regimen of exercise, diet, and rest. That's talking about a physical conditioning. But conditioning, either physical or otherwise, is a process of training. Okay? Another definition of the word conditioning means a simple form of earning involving the formation, strengthening, or weakness or association between a stimulus and a response. It is a process. You see, it's conditioning the mind conditioning the mind is training your mind in a certain way. The same way an athlete will condition his body to respond a certain way. Or a person who runs track will condition his body that when that whistle blows, this is how you go. I mean, they work so hard that every single chemical reaction that needs to take place in the body takes place immediately. Doesn't kick in 5 seconds into the race, because that may be too late, right? Everything kicks in immediately. It didn't happen the day they were born. Nobody was born to win races. Some people were born and gifted, but without the conditioning, all the giftings, so everything that's been deposited within them. You see, your giftings will make you a mediocre amongst others that have trained, if that's all you rely on. What happens is that they begin to condition their body to maximize the giftings that's been placed there. Giftings alone won't cut it. Giftings alone won't do it. There's a conditioning that needs to take place. The same way our minds can be conditioned for excellence. It can be built. See, somebody might stay today and have a 1-pack instead of a 6-pack. Amen? But that body, if taken through the right process and regimen, can be conditioned that even if you don't quite get to 6 packs, hello? At least the 1-pack will shrink a little. Amen. And after I start to have a similitude of, of some kind of pack. But it says conditioning. The same way, it doesn't matter how messed up your mind may be today. It can be conditioned for excellence. Amen. I love that word conditioning because it means there is hope. It means that I don't have to stay the way I am. It means that even if all my life I've been brought up the wrong way, raised the wrong way, exposed to the wrong things, exposed to the wrong mindset, if today I have the worst mindset in this auditorium today, I can choose to condition my mind, thereby changing my mind and have it aligned for excellence. Amen. I was sharing this with the single ladies yesterday. I said, I read a research a few weeks ago. It said that people at every point in time think that they are not going to experience much more change in life. They feel like, at different age, different levels, different points in their lives, they feel like, I've been there, done that nothing is new under the earth. I could change a little bit, but I don't think I'll change much. So they did a research. They called different groups of people. So they interviewed, let's start from 30-year-olds.